Hello and welcome to Mount St. Mary's versus Belmont Abbey preseason scrimmage. Today we got a hot one. It's we are here somewhere in Virginia, and we're gonna bring you guys a live game.
It's a 50-second buffer, so I'll give you a little time.
Okay. So here we have our first 15 versus Belmont Abbey's first 15. Set to receive the kick.
Oh, we got a couple of fellas with the news. Taylor and Shade.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
We
if
just had
it's...
to select the broadcast.
Yep, it's working.
Just don't have any film, make sure you got audio and stuff.
Yeah, we have it. Perfect. Hold on, Bush.
See it, Chris? Oh, look at Murph running touch, Judge.
It's a good-looking man.
Good, hard-working kid. All right. Yeah.
You guys didn't get filmed.
Oh, we're streaming it.
Oh, you're streaming it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on our YouTube, yeah.
Don't say anything too bad.
Yeah.
That's my mom right
How was the video?
Mount Rugby.
He's waiting for the kick. And fucked it.
Pretty good kick.
Timer's going. Nice receive on the kick. Penalty to Mount. Can you see what the hand signal was?
It was probably hands in the rock. Not releasing or something.
Gonna look to exit. Give it with the big booted Southie, Yvonne. What a kick.
Straight into the trees.
I think that's good.
How are we looking?
I think we're looking good. Alright. Mount line out here. Looks like a 5-man line out. They walk in,
4-man.
going back. Defend who's.
Joe
Hit up from the
Sherrick.
big Englishman, Joe Sherrick. And good kick from Bashi.
Good field.
Pressure. Tipped kick. He returns another kick. Oh, it hits ground. The chase is on.
Shanks the kick.
Bad exit. Kiai picks it up.
Gonna
He's
attack.
going to go right into the teeth of defense.
Damon.
Damon taking it down the sideline. Passes it back in. And that looks like a try to Mount.
Yeah, try. You can wait till the conversion.
Yeah, I'm at least going to get ready. We have,
Oh, did you start the clock?
yeah.
Good.
I'm taking care of my job. I'm doing it right. I hope. Who's going to take the kick? Bastion?
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Abbey's not Bass's second.
Lethal kicker. A good counter attack down the sideline leads to a Mount Dry. Be saying that all season. I can't see that. No, I can't. A little closer. Line up the kick. Yeah. It is up,
It looks good.
and it is good.
Kick is good from the corner.
Mount with an early strike to take the lead and is set to receive the kick now and put another one on the board. Xavier with the nice stiff arm, gonna get down. That's right in the
Looking like
way.
an exit to Bastion. To exit to
Pressure from
touch.
Belmont,
Good
and a
to
clean
touch.
exit. Our D1 ball boy, Connor Catullo, getting the ball back into play quickly. That was kind of a bad exit. We're right on our 22. Belmont line out just outside the 22. Gonna see if they want a maul here.
It's looking like a
Test what their
six-man.
forwards can do.
Good contest, but good lineup.
Off the
of
top. And playing out through the hands. Oh man.
Big hit by him.
Big boy runs hard. And numbers on the far side.
Looks like
And a knock on from Belmont. It's gonna be a mount scrum. Riff doesn't know what he's doing. He's on the wrong side. It's our put in.
Is that Seamus at 1?
Yeah, Seamus is at 1, Damon's at 3.
Okay.
Which that probably worked for Damon's thumb.
Yeah.
Sarah didn't like what she saw, so blew it up, folding back down. See which pack wants it more here. That's a low scrum.
Powerful strong.
Oh my god. And a penalty to mount.
Not holding the weight of the 1, it looks like.
That's definitely on Seamus. They were going backwards.
Abbey with the kick.
Look to exit the touch.
And he boots it.
And a good exit. Right around the 40-meter line. Let's see if we'll go with the backs or put it in the forward's hand, see what the big boys can do. Line out set. We're walking in. To the back. Oh. Hard collision from Joe Sherrick, but he eats those all day. Good tip line. And he breaks through the line.
Good off-headed.
Good support lines. I think that was Shamar. And the sir calls it not enough support there for quick enough.
Oh, you're right.
It'll be Belmont Abbey's ball. Belmont Abbey going for touch. Knocking a few branches down on the way. Not lining up for defense on the line out. Sir not seeing what she wants. She's going to talk to the players. Looks like they're going to the front. Ooh, tipped ball. It's a loose. Chris Cleveland looks like he picks it up. Joe with a good step. Gets past the gain line. And it's time to play on top.
Weak side. Good pressure.
Hunter just takes it down, not liking what he sees. Surprised he didn't throw a dummy there. That Belmont Abbey counter ruck is quick. Ooh.
Good
Grubber through. They recover. And cut us up.
Good recovery.
Chris Cleveland brings him down. The sir's calling a knock on Belmont Abbey.
Good chase now from Chris Cleveland. That was good.
Scrum cadence is called, and they come together.
The opposing 3 collapse. It looks like. I don't think that was on white.
When it's your scrum, it's never on white.
Correct.
It's always the other team, right? Let's see if we can get into some good stable scrums here.
So yeah, sorry, I mean.
Show what we can do. Good scrum, passed out to the 10, and an exit.
Nice little spiral kick on that.
Finds ground, recovered by Belmont Abbey.
He likes to play with it. Good hit. Good hit from Kiahi.
Good call. Sir's calling offsides on the kick chase, taking it back to the spot of the kick. Belmont's electing to take the scrum at the spot of the penalty. Right behind.
In between.
They're flowing over to the right. Chris Cleveland makes a beautiful play.
Joe
On the
Sherrick.
ball.
with
Joe
the bump.
Sherrick. Kiai takes down the sideline. Mount setting up their offensive shape. Taking their time, not being rushed or panicked. Hunter Herzog
Seamus with the
Fighting.
drive. That's not Seamus.
going out to the pod.
Get back to him.
In the boot. Xavier, he stood up at the line.
Belmont attempting to hold up.
And a good drive from Mount. Looks like Mount is ready to exit.
Ball's formed, so Belmont's holding on.
That'll be a free kick to Belmont.
Looks like they're scrumming.
Belmont has elected to take the scrum, having some faith in their big boys. Let's see if Mount can draw a penalty and get this ball back and play with it. Sarah doesn't like what she sees. Talking to the front rows, talking to the scrums. Letting them know what she wants to see. Funny talking 10, hyping up his boys. He ain't gonna do much. They can't hear you. The collapse. Sarah's probably on her last warning right about now. We'll start to penalize soon.
Didn't we take the last one?
Hmm?
Didn't we take the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
This Mount team spent a lot of time on the scrum machine, fine-tuning body shape, strength, and letting everyone know what they need to be at their best. The mount scrum,
Just
pushing
try
them over. I think Chris Cleveland put some pressure on. Ooh, good move and an inside ball. This has led to Belmont recovering it. Oh, it's a mount ball. Chris Cleveland pushing it out to the side. Big Shamar Lewis taking hard contact. Belmont has stole the ball. And they're looking to kick. Cross-field kick.
Nice nudge. Cover from Lodge.
Logan recovering and taking the pressure off.
It's a touch.
Sucks working this camera. I'm trying to watch the screen and do that. Prime opportunity for Thank you guys for telling us we need to get better on the stream. The constructive criticism is well taken. All right, y'all want some personality and jokes, we'll get it. Overthrow by Belmont Abbey. Chris Cleveland's cutting out the defense. Oh, makes another man miss. He's going down.
We're too
Giving
high.
it to Bastion.
Drop the
Oh,
hammer.
shit.
Yep.
Oh, slipping all over this well-maintained field that we got here.
Penalty to the mount.
Penalty to the mount. Looks like hands in the
Play
ruck.
fast. A lot of whistles. She don't seem happy.
Looks like a little bit of a scuffle there.
A little pushy.
Mm-hmm. This is the first hit up of the season. Everyone wants to hit everyone. You got the pent-up anger from all that camp, all that running, carrying the boats and the logs. All right. Sir talking to Belmont Abbey. No clue what she's saying, but probably something along the lines of cut that out. It's getting a little chippy there at the end. Dylan, I'm sorry for this camera work. I'm trying my best with one arm here.
We're getting defense.
Yes. Thank you, Linda. We appreciate it.
Some people.
Looks like we're going to go for points here. Yeah, you take the camera.
I'll keep that on the camera.
Our lovely Frenchman lining up for the kick.
Let's try something here. Where's the zoom? Where's the zoom? I don't want to turn the show. There we go. I gotta pull the trigger. Okay.
Ashton lining up for the kick. Takes his approach. And it is up. And good. Another 3 points to the mount. Shit.
Water break. And the sir calls a water break. When it's too hot, they sometimes do mandatory water breaks every about 15 to 20 minutes.
Alright. So we will be right back with more gameplay once a water break has stopped. Quick shout out to all of our sponsors: Spike Auto Care, She Automotive, the new protein sponsor, Ascent, Elite Rugby Scholars, and of course Steamroller Rugby for getting us all drippy and looking well. And of course, who can forget this beautiful win in the spring, national champions in NCR 7s. Look at those beautiful smiles, all that happiness, and MV Clee right in the middle.
And a nice, beautiful smile from our Irish guy, Declan.
Not a missing tooth. He just put some Sharpie over it, gives it character. He wanted to be a pirate for the day. Alright, and we're going to be back here shortly. Looks like the teams are starting to get ready to resume play, but let's take a quick look at our wonderful coaches, Jay Miles and Chet Rockwood, doing a great job all through camp, getting us prepared for this game and for the whole season. Big shout out to them and a big thank you to them. Belmont Abbey, looking to resume play soon. They're eager to put some points up on the board, get rid of that goose egg. And then Mount, looking to keep the pressure on, foot on the gas, and run it up and have a good showing in their first hit up of the year. Sit at 80% on my hotspot. Check the comments. Yeah. All right, we're going to resume play here with a restart of which I don't know quite exactly.
I'll try to foul. What up, Billy?
Billy, would you like to walk into the booth and help us commentate?
You want me to?
All right, here we have the son of an alum, Billy McManus.
Oh, do you have to pull the trigger every time?
Hi, everybody.
Billy, what are you thinking about the game so far? We're 20 minutes in, Mount's up 10 to 7.
They're looking pretty good.
Oh, and a knock on the.
I think both sides are playing hard. It's been pretty hot out there, so guys are getting tired, but we've been putting in good work, like what I've seen.
What do you think Mount needs to do to keep their foot on the gas and start to break out some tries here?
I definitely think getting into the edge quicker, because they've beaten him on the edge. Like every time I've watched, the first try they beat him on the edge. So working to the outside, like, should be good.
Perfect. Thank you for your insight, Billy. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
And good luck in this second side.
Thank you.
And a good drive from the Mount scrum. Big Joe picks it up
Big run.
and turns it over in contact. Belmont Abbey fans are fired up. That was a big collision.
They are pumped.
But we'll see what this Mount scrum can do here. They've been looking pretty good all day so far. So we'll see if we can capitalize this and take another ball back. I think we're hitting around 70% on scrums, which is just lovely. Oh, Belmont Abbey kept their ball. As Logan tries to tie up the ball, tries to strip it.
The ball has been formed. Mount's just trying to hold him up to take control.
And the serve is looking in. She blows it up and gives it to Mount.
Ball will not be playable, so it's Mount's ball.
Oh, and getting a little chippy. Yeah. Serve doing a good job to keep it contained, separate them. In the 5th year, Raymond Magedigan rallying the troops, telling them to keep cool heads, stay level-headed while being relentless and always brothers. All right. Teams are huddled up, talking over. And Sir will not talk to the captains. And we'll resume play with a scrum to the mount.
And we hear the Irishman.
It's
Sounds like
Declan here.
No, but it sounded like Declan.
It sounds
yeah.
like Declan.
He must be from like Galway and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. So mount put in, mount scrum. We're looking to drive them back and capitalize on our success for the day. It's a kick from our 10, which finds the green ground. It's a high bouncing ball, and it's recovered by mount. And the support is there, and we retain the ball off after the chase. Played out to Seamus McGrodery, who drives forward that big stocky build. It's good for getting over the game line. Raymond McGettigan fending off some defenders and breaks a game line. Shamar Lewis makes a step. Keeps working down and Clinching passes the ball out. Joe Sherrick misses the pass, but it's recovered by Mount. Taken into contact and secured by the boys. Chris Cleveland plays it to the short side. Hunter Herzog hits his patented full body dummy. Goes out to the forwards. Another hit up, trying to just consolidate that Belmont Abbey offense. And Bastion out to the tech. Puts a grubber through. The chase is on. And into touch. I believe last touch by Belmont Abbey. It'll be a line out near the 22. To what it looks like to be a mount throwing. I don't think we're looking for a fight quite yet, so I think we're going to keep J-Bar on those sidelines for just a little bit longer. Glad to see that you're here with us and watching the boys get their first hit up of the season. Sir talking to the boys. Call goes into the thrower. See what they want. And Raymond McGettigan just been beautiful throwing the ball in today. Hitting everything, especially those back balls, and a maul from the mount, going forward.
Good drive. Hopefully the backs don't call for it, and we just keep it in, keep it going.
Strong mount pack keeps moving the ball, taking what the defense will give them, and it looks like it's been collapsed. And a loop from Chris Cleveland out to Sheegan, who is taken down.
Into touch. Looks like a
And
penalty
Belmont
for the
Abbey's
Mount.
walking back. See what the Mount does here. I think they'll
I think they'll play
go
it.
for the line out. That ball worked real well. There's no reason to.
Kick to
go
touch,
from a good
go
thing.
for a line out. Hopefully see another maul soon.
How many meters do you think they gained on that last one? 15, maybe?
It's hard to tell because they were moving a lot of diagonals. I would say probably about 10 meters, so. A little more cycling, we could have seen a try.
You know the big boys want to try.
Yeah.
Big set piece.
Hard to tell, but it seems we're what? 20, we're right around the 22 meter line.
Call comes in. Another maul. Driving towards the posts. Slowly but surely it's getting there. Keeps moving. Keeps moving. And it's held up in the try zone. That'll be a Belmont Abbey goal line drop. Mount getting ready to receive the kick, and then put the counterattack on it and seeing what they can do with ball in hand. They've been playing a lot in the go zone, putting pressure on Belmont, just waiting for the crack in the defense that they can take advantage of. Kick down the middle, right to our 10, who then returns the kick to what looks like open grass, fielded by Belmont.
Good field from Belmont. A kick back.
Chip kick.
Recover from Mount.
Logan Wild taking it up. Taken down around the attacking 40.
Yeah, it's about the
Pass to
2
Shamar Lewis. Runs it to the teeth of the defense. And a short side attack that cycled out to the backs. See what they can do with it. A quick counter ruck leads to a pick from Sheegan. Again, taking it into the teeth of the defense, which means Bastion will look to exit. Puts one over the head of the winger. So bounce in, go right out and touch. I believe that's a 50-22 right there. It's a beautiful kick, beautiful placement. It's good tactical kicking there.
Great little nudge. We'd like to thank Christopher Wild for the advice.
All right, thank you, Christopher. I'll start calling her ma'am. Passed out to the backs. He's in a loop. Oh, and an errant ball goes to Belmont Abbey pickup.
Great counter
Xavier
attack from Belmont.
tracking him down, see if he gets it, and he goes into touch, which is kind of odd from the Belmont player just to take it into touch and turn the ball over there. At least he could try to make a move or something.
Yeah.
At least
Make him
put
move
some effort
inside
towards
or
getting into the try
Maybe
zone
send a
here.
kick a little closer to force pressure, but instead it's a Mount lineout.
Which, honestly, up here I don't think we're going to complain about
Or
Belmont
is it-
errors all
is
that
it-
much. Mount doing a 5-man line out, going to the front, beating them with speed, getting it to Chris Cleland, who then gives it to Shane.
Looking like a penalty awarded to Belmont Abbey. Didn't exactly see what it was.
I didn't see anything that
Maybe
deserved a penalty, maybe
an
obstruction.
offsides on that pass. I have no idea. So it'll be a Belmont Abbey close to the try line.
It's a good kick there. That puts him right around the 5.
5 meter line. So we could see a Belmont Abbey maul here. The Mounts been practicing their new maul defense. So if we do, we'll see how that works.
Finn, you're in this position. You got your back up against your own try line, and you got expecting them all coming. What are you thinking about doing? You're looking to sack, or are you looking just to bowl them over?
I'm looking to just ball them over and smash it. Or if you have someone quick like Hunter, I think it's fine if he goes for a sack. But I'm always just looking for a drive here.
But never a ghost. You never want to have them that free walking lane right into the try zone.
Yeah.
You got to contest it here.
Question.
A shaky lift, but they get the ball, and we are pushing them.
The ball's moving slowly.
It looks like
driven
it's
back.
someone's on the ground.
Good ball
Looks like-
defense.
It's like Belmont's going to just do pick and goes here, but good defense from the Mount pushes them back. Right here, it's just about nitty gritty and putting your head down and not letting them get an inch.
Give it to the backs. I'm sure the forwards loved that.
Lost ground and another pick and go, going high, but has a good leg drive, but he's getting held up, mudding that ruck up just a little bit, slowing the ball down.
I'd like to see some
And
low.
pass out to the backs. Who's going to try and score in the corner, but they are just in and score. So Belmont Abbey try. For those Belmont Abbey fans. So Belmont Abbey will try to kick from the corner. Attempt an extremely hard kick. Tight angles here. You got to be just about perfect to slot it through. Not hard for our boy Bastion and Yvonne, but you don't know about these Belmont Abbey kickers. We haven't seen much of them today. Not many tries getting converted.
I want to sit with you during a theology class. I really do.
Last time I did, the professor was like, I mean, I don't know.
Just realized.
I think he thought about what the church is.
So Belmont Abbey lining up for the kick. Looks like they're 10 kicking here. That could be.
Not a very hard kick. I don't think he's tied too close to the corner.
It's right around the 5-meter line. Puts it up
He drills
and
right
slots
through
it.
the middle. Good kick.
We got a 1-score game.
This halftime, coach? What is it?
All right.
Is it 30? Is it 30? Is it 30-minute halves? Yeah, we have 6
Yeah.
on here too. All right, well that is halftime, folks. Scores 10-7 Mount.
And again, big thanks to all of our sponsors: Steamroller Rugby, Elite Rugby Scholars, Ascend Protein, Sheehy Automotive, and Spikes Auto Care. Highly recommend Spikes. They've personally helped me out with some car troubles and didn't break my bank, so big shout out to them.
Yeah, half was cut about 6 minutes short.
And we are back here with some more action.
The audio back on?
Yep.
Sweet.
So Mount looking to kick.
Where
Probably put
are
a
we?
high ball up and get this ball back and start attacking. All gas, no brakes.
This is a
That's good. That's straight.
Let's see, we're kicking right. Let's put it right like that.
Kick is up. And it's a deep ball. Some time under it. Belmont looking to exit
Oh, return
immediately.
kick, nice little kick.
falling right to Logan Wild. Easy catch.
Now fine grass. Looks like we'll play a little bit of kick tennis here.
Oh, and a good
nudge
bounce.
by Bastion.
Making it hard to recover that ball. It's going
Willis.
to take some space. Put a boot back on it, but
Good
Seamus blocks it.
block.
And the chase is down. That will be... I'll be honest, I don't know. I can't see.
Should be a Belmont Abbey scrum, I'd have to guess. Belmont Abbey line out, I would have to guess.
Well, I can hear our boys booing, so... Might not have been the best call in the world. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
our boys are unhappy with the call.
Yeah. But looks like that white scrum cap that you see is probably going to be their key man. Or no, it looks like a mount line out here. So definitely looking to get that mall try back. I only want it. Look to the middle. And maybe a not straight call from the sir. It looks like Belmont's electing to scrum here.
Belmont Abbey very confident with their scrums. Scrum is blocked by the tent of Belmont Abbey, so it might be a little tough to see.
But from what we can see in the booth,
It's a little bit of
Belmont
a high
put in.
scrum, but balls out to Belmont.
Belmont first crash up. Xavier's there quick on the counter ruck,
Looks like a
and
penalty
looks
to
like off
Belmont.
his feet. That was a great idea on the counter ruck, just poor execution. I'm sure he'll have it next time. Xavier, true freshman coming out of New Zealand. Looks to be a great player so far. I can't see what he can do.
Ball
His
is
career
not
here.
fine touch. Good
Give it
chase.
to Shamar Lewis. Going up the sideline. Logan Wild cuts it back in. Finds the defense, and the Mount will set up and start playing. Mount playing through the hands here. Given to
Ensues.
Shea Falk, who breaks one tackle and is taken down after a line break.
Good ruck over.
And the Mount looks like a very dirty ball, and Belmont exits. The ball. Belmont looking to go quick, but marked by Mount, who forces them to actually set up their lineup. It sounds like Belmont will be doing a five-man line out with looks like Seamus McGrodery is our pivot man. Big, strong upper body. And they're complete overthrown right to Raymond McGettigan, who cuts up. He's taken down, but Mount retains possession here. Seamus gives it out to the back. He gives it to Xavier, fixes the man, gives it to Logan, who breaks a tackle, gets down, secures the ball. Looks like Belmont Abbey wants a fight in those rucks today. Joe gives a stiff arm, gives the ball. Ball's on the ground, and Belmont probably looking to exit here. One hit up, right
Looking-
around the.
Probably looking to get near the right near the 15-meter channel.
Looks like they're
line.
trying to play out here.
Playing in the center of the park now. It's a good look from Mount St. Mary's. It's a tough exit.
Ball looked to be out. 9 pick, and he's got running room. Chris Cleveland makes a good play on the kicker. Bastion returns with the kick of his own.
Straight out, so the
Straight out.
line out to Belmont Abbey, the spot of the kick.
Belmont looking to do a 6-man line out here. Looks like 2 pods, 1 up front, 1 up back. Pretty standard stuff. Let's see if they have any trickery or tomfoolery they want to pull out. Nope, just a simple lift to the back. Horribly missed throw. And that'll be
Is that a not straight call or?
that is an absolutely not straight call. That ball was in the dirt before it even got to the back pod. I don't know if that thrower just ate popcorn during halftime, but that was not a good throw. Let's be honest here. Absolute poverty. Looks like Mount will return with their own line out. Hopefully, after talking all about that, we can get it straight and get the ball down. Back throw, and Raymond McGinnigan's on the money. Gives it to the forward pod, and Shane Falk will just eat it and go down. Kick from Bastian, crossfield, high hanging, contestable ball that Belmont Abbey brings down.
Belmont playing the weak side.
Taken down hard. Messy in the rucks today. Both teams want to get that ball back and have ball in hand.
Well fielded
P.I.
by
Horn
Kiahi with a
makes
nice
a-
counterattack.
Breaks a tackle, ends up getting down. Pretty standard stuff for him. First tackler always misses. He's a slippery little Kiwi. Passing out to Shamar, who then gives it to Bastian. Then Logan gets it somehow. Ball is messy and looks like the serve will blow it up. She doesn't like what she's seeing there. See what she likes to do here. All right, looks like it'll be a scrum to the Mount, it seems. Maybe it was knocked on when the ball was loose. Most likely. It seems like Butterfingers seem to be a recurring theme around here. Lots and lots of popcorn at halftime. Mount scrum has looked good so far. See if they can keep up their form. And does not look so. It is retained ball, but not a pretty scrum. Bastian breaks through the line, offloads it to Cleveland, who's then swallowed up by the defense. Picked up by Joe, who then just barrels his way forward. He's strong like ox. Big old boy. Then to Seamus McGrodery, also a big, strong boy. He actually bench presses more than Raymond McGinnigan's max squat, which he's very, very likely to tell Raymond any given day. And Sir blows it up. And
Both teams are going back 10. Maybe she,
looks to be a
what's happening?
penalty for the Mount.
Is she talking to the captains?
Who is captain today?
I'm not sure.
I think maybe Ray.
Yeah, I think it's Ray. That makes sense.
Raymond McGettigan, seasoned vet, 5-year student here, and that ball is gone in the bushes. Signed, sealed, delivered, all the way to the river. Oh. Raymond McGettigan, what can you say about the kid? He's a hard worker, first in, last out, real gritty player. Technical, knows everything about the game. Actually served some high school games. Once served his brother's team, which I think he gave him a card. Probably deserved it. To the McGettigan clan out there, hello. And
Is that a
I think
not
I just
straight
said all
call?
that for it to be a not straight call. Thanks, Ray. Will be a scrum to Belmont. We'll see what this Mount pack can do. Hopefully win the bind, win the engage, and put them on the back foot. maybe drive them back a few meters. Sir giving the cadence. And blown up. I don't think one of those front rowers liked the position they were in. Real smart move to just tell the sir, hey, start this over again. There's nothing wrong with that. Scrum is put in, and it looks to be a stalemate brought out by Belmont Abbey. And a good counter ruck leads to pressure on the ball carrier. Sir does not like what she saw. And it looks to be another water break here.
Quick water break into his hat.
It's real hot out here today. We don't want anyone cramping and missing game time. That, let's be honest, it's just a little silly. You gotta hydrate. Gotta stay ready. You gotta eat the bananas. Gotta get your liquid IV. Thankfully provided by Coach Mike this morning. He's saying with that golden cherry is his go-to flavor, and I gotta say I quite love it myself. What are your opinions on it, Finn?
Oh, the golden cherry is I would say the best flavor of the liquid IV.
Mm-hmm.
Very flavorful. Gets you nice, replenished.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And liquid IV has no shortage of flavors. You got the tropical punch, the strawberry, the lemon lime is a good one.
If you really need the energy, you can hit the energy multipliers from them.
Mm-hmm. But we're not sponsored by them, so let's not
No.
talk about them all that much.
Don't
Which brings us into our lovely sponsors, Steamroller Rugby, Elite Rugby Scholars, Ascent, Sheehy Automotive, and Spikes Auto Care, and Tire. I'm a corporate pig. Finn is busy here setting his Costco order up.
Yes.
Big boys
at
got
the
to eat.
deals of the week. Those of you who like almond milk, Costco, great deals this week.
You know, out of all the grocery stores around campus, you got Weiss, Food Lion, of course, Jubilee.
Mm.
Which one's your go-to?
Jubilee. Jubilee's my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
They got the good meats, chicken, $1.99 a pound. Can't really beat it.
No. Then they got a good selection. Most times you're walking out of there with what you need. But honestly, I'm a big Food Lion guy.
How do you like I know you're a big fan of the Mio selection at the Jubilees, though, aren't you?
Oh, the Mio selection at Jubilee is lovely. It's my go-to drink. You mix that with a little bit of water, and you got flavor. You pretty much got Gatorade.
Yeah.
It's good. And then you got, of course, the Mio Energy, which, you know, the whole bottle is around 1,000 milligrams, which keep you going all night. All night if you need to. And yeah, actually, if you squirt that in a whole gallon jug, you got to drink for like the next 3 days. It'll keep you going.
It's pretty wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right. Inside the house. What's up, boys?
What's
How are you doing?
Sorry to hear about your injury.
Yeah.
You're out
Mm-hmm.
whole season.
2 or 3 weeks. I'll be back for SVU.
Labor.
AC joint.
Shit happens. Part of the sport. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's hot.
Wow. It's really hot.
Mm-hmm. I know the boys are definitely happy they're getting the water breaks.
Right?
Yeah, they gotta be.
It's a nice little perk.
Yeah. There's the search calling this half because this is a real long water break.
Yeah, it's been about 5 minutes, I'd say, right?
Yeah. Feels
At
like it.
least. At least.
So, yeah. I came in the house right there. I came down last night. Yeah.
And of course, after this game, we'll also be streaming the second side match with Belmont Abbey, which looks to be a tough game, but also nice to get some of those second side guys some experience, some of the young guns some reps. and help them develop and get them some tape and see if they can earn up their spot onto the Prem 1 team one day. One camp standout that really killed it and really put the effort in was Dylan Staub. He was, I believe he was a dev player starting out.
Yeah, so he started his first time playing rugby. It was last year in the spring. He lives in my hallway in Sheridan, and he always said he was thinking of playing. I know his brother played at a different college. And he came out last spring, played. He's strong, big, heavy hitter. And came out this camp and just killed it and made the first team.
Mm-hmm. Really shows that Mount's all about what you can do, and it's not about how long you've been playing. It's about how good you are when you're playing and
Earning your
on
spot.
and off the field. And he's a great kid, funny guy, and believe me, he can play hard. I'm every little bit of 240 pounds, and he picked me up, and that doesn't happen often. Had me scared for a little bit. But yeah, it's real proud of him and real proud of all the work he's done. Can't wait to see what he can do through the next 2 years with us.
This is halftime.
And just learned that it's halftime here, so we'll be back in just a second with more coverage from the game. All right, we are back after the quick halftime break. Artem Bashin talking to the sir, and I don't know what he's saying, but probably something along the lines of "Oui, oi, I'm French." So we've put out in the chat. If you guys have any questions about camp or anything that's transpired over the past. Pardon me, over the past 3 weeks. We'll gladly answer it as long as it's within the lines of reason. But I'm out looking to kick off and get this second half started here. On the timer, our start point is around 60 minutes, so this game will be ending around
100 minutes.
the 100-minute mark. So Belmont recovers the kick, gives it to the backs who
Muffin it a little bit.
then fall on it in the try zone, which is brought in by Belmont, which I believe will give us a
believe
5-meter scrum.
Yeah, if it was brought in, touchdown, it will be a 5-meter scrum to the Mount.
And that's putting immense pressure on the Belmont team. Just no errors. It has to be a clean exit. And
We're looking for a big scrum from the Mount and hopefully drive this right in for a try.
pressure is the name of the game right here in this part of the park. If you can make your opponent crack, you can make them do just about whatever you want, whether that comes from physicality or just relentless line speed. Mounts ball. Xavier's making a few steps. Oh, and it looks like a horrible high tackle, and the Sir has it.
Penalty.
The Mount plays quick. And taken into the defense. The Mount will look to just play in the hands here.
Play it safe. I think we still have the advantage from the high tackle. Maybe
I don't believe so. I think we
don't think
went
so.
quick there. Yvonne gets it out to Finn, who gets it out to Kiai, who is lit up but retains ball.
The Mount not getting much forward ball. Should look to go to the forward soon.
Hayden McKay, our resident Captain America on the field there, just drops the ball and looks to be a scrum to Belmont Abbey here. I think the Mount problem there is that we got a little frantic. We saw the try line and we wanted to score, but we didn't think about how to get there. So next time we probably just have to keep ball in hand, keep it calm, cool, collected, and make some plays when we got the opportunities and not force anything. But again, Hayden McKay, our U23's American side MVP for the summer tour. Absolute phenomenal player. You know, if he was an animal, what do you think he'd be?
Oh. What would Hayden McKay be?
Personally, I think he'd be a shark.
A shark. Great white shark at it. Always at it. Maybe a bull shark.
Yeah. Or a piranha. He's just got that
J1 thing.
relentless nature to him. But a free kick here to Belmont Abbey. Looks to be inside the 22, so they'll probably just try to exit off field. And the 10 has the ball. Haha! He fumbled the ball. And
Finn Hughes, smart play.
yeah, Finn Hughes not happy with the call on that, but he was in the right. That ball touched the foot. That's a live ball. He's free to play how he wanted to there. But a good kick from Belmont, returned by Bashan, which doesn't find ground, but in the hands, and put up a nice chip kick, which will be inbounded, but then goes into touch, making for, I believe, a Belmont Abbey scrum or a line out.
Line out, yeah. Anything?
No.
We'll also reiterate, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
We want to make this an interactive and fun live stream. We're trying our best here.
Looks like our clock ran over.
Oh,
Our clock ran over. I think it's approximately about 30 minutes left, if I had to guess.
yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe 10 minutes of play has passed.
Yep.
So, team's getting ready for the scrum. Sir giving the cadence, and ball is rolled in, and
Good push from Belmont Abbey.
a loop from Belmont Abbey, given out to the wing, who is taken to ground. Belmont looking to set their offense. Finn Hughes making a diving tackle. It's hard for them tall boys to get down, and a good counter
Big
ruck.
hit.
puts Belmont Abbey under pressure. Belmont's able to retain ball, but Sir is
It's looking like
calling it offsides on the mount. Just a little too eager. It's hard when that ball's in there. You want to go up and attack, but you got to be smart there.
you think they'll go for points or go for touch?
They're
They
going
go
for touch. They don't want the tie. They want the win. Nothing. Looks like a 5-man lineup from Belmont Abbey. Very slow to get the lineouts in. Not a whole lot of urgency in that forward pack. I know that word preached. You're the first to set. You're the first to go. All gas, no brakes.
a little confusion in the lineup, calling it an extra man.
You got to get their hooker in there. So I think this turns it into a 6-man lineout.
We could see a maul here from Belmont Abbey with the addition of him.
Middle lift, and
yeah,
yes, a
We
maul.
are seeing a maul.
They get some initial push, but then is quickly stagnated from the Mount Big Boys.
He takes
pulled out,
takes it to the
go
weak
to the weak side.
Hopefully Matt can do something with this.
Mount is set up on defense and ready to crack them when the ball comes out. Looks like just quick pick and goes. Belmont getting pushed back in the pick and goes. Belmont getting a from the side penalty against the Mount.
Yep. Belmont will be awarded a penalty pretty close to their try zone.
Looks like it's getting a little chippy out there. This might just be a scrimmage, but these boys are taking it as a full-blown game. They want to compete. Looks like Belmont's electing to scrum here. Pretty smart tactic to consolidate all the
Yeah.
opponent's forwards into one area, but you also lose all your forwards. So
Yeah, you also keep it safe in your go zone.
we'll see what trickery Belmont pulls out here. I'm kind of expecting a loop from the, I think that's 14,
Yeah, around the 12 it looks like. They have an interesting setup there.
or maybe he'll
Maybe
slot in and do an inside line.
Maybe a crash ball off 10.
Looks like that 12 is looking to crash. He's eager.
Yep.
Yes, and that
Straight
it
crash
is.
off the scrum.
He's taken down, tackled on his back, makes it an easy poach, and a quick exit from Mount.
Finds grass. Good kick from Shane, I believe it was.
And tackle, and Belmont retains the ball, but that's a lot of pressure off of the Mount team. Belmont's getting a little tricky with their spins when they're carrying the ball. It's great if it works, but man, that opens up your back and kidneys to a nice shot. Mam sees a penalty, doesn't like it, blows it up, does not play advantage. So we got a question here from Bill Hicks 42. It is, if you were an animal, what would it be? So Finn, I'm gonna leave that to you. If you're an animal, what would you be?
Wow. What a question from Bill Hick. I'm going to say a dog.
Dog?
Yep.
You know, I think that's kind of a underrated pick, but really, if you think about it, if you have a dog at home, what do they do all day? They sleep.
Sleep.
They go chase balls and they get dinner same time every day. It's kind of pretty nice life.
Very good lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. You know, for me, I'm thinking, this is a very interesting question. I think I might take a horse, but
A
Belmont
horse.
elects to go for points there, and they get it. We have a tied score, 10-10.
And then what is the go zone? The go zone is what we call when we are inside the opponent's It could be inside roughly the 50, but really inside the 22s is really our attack zone, where you have to keep it safe, try to limit your offloads, and just try to keep ball in hand.
So essentially, the mindset at Mount Rugby is you got your P zone, the pressure zone. That's within your 22. That's where you want to exit. That's where you want to get the pressure off you, and then start to play in the other team's half, where if they make a mistake, that's where you can capitalize. Whereas if you're in your own P zone, that's where the other team can capitalize on your mistakes. So the whole idea is territory and where you want to play the game. So the go zone is we're attacking within their 50 to 22 to the try line. That's where we want to put pressure on them. That's where we want to force them to make mistakes, and that's where we want to capitalize on them. So,
And then there's approximately 25 minutes left.
Sir blows up the scrum.
Looks like an early drive. Being lenient on the scrum penalties today.
Mhm.
Lots of blowing it up and not many penalties.
It is still early in the season, but there's a lot of leniency there. I think if I'm that Sir, I might start to award some free kicks and some penalties. We've seen 2 major scrum infractions, which has led to a Mount penalty and a Belmont Abbey free kick. So we'll see what she decides to go with for the rest of the day. Quick hit up taken by, looks to be Logan Wild, who then gives it out to Xavier, who is swallowed up by the defense, but
Good offload, but the
good offload. But
appears
Sir,
to be
I
a
think it's
forward
called a,
pass.
yeah. What's your dad's name, Kevin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Straight from Shark Tank.
So, looks to be a Belmont Abbey scrum. They're put in within their own, with their half on the field. See if the Mount boys can get together a good push, steal this ball, and really attack this Belmont Abbey defense. After these few opening minutes of the first half, there hasn't been much scoring on the Mount side, and it's been 10 unanswered points from Belmont Abbey. I think we should answer with some points of our own here. I think that's usually what you want your team to do, right? Start giving the cadence and engage. Belmont puts it in, and it looks to be a stalemate. Belmont exits. It goes inbounds and then out to touch. That'll be a Mount line out at the point where it went into touch. Kathleen Morris, we do not have a roster set for this game, but I may be able to pull it up very quickly. They publish it. You put in Coach Logic. Yeah, Kathleen, I'm sorry, but we don't have a set roster for this game.
Yeah.
Try to make sure that going forward will either be published on our social medias, most likely Instagram, but good chase from Yvonne, who put some pressure on, but
Kick
doesn't
back.
bring him down.
I'm
Belmont
happy.
gets a kickoff. Bastion recovers with a little bit of pressure on himself. Is taken down, but the Mount boys are ready to start playing. Seamus takes it, the ball. It's eaten up by the defense. They're
Seamus.
trying to rip away at that ball, but he gets it down.
He does a good job of finding the outside shoulder to create some space.
Hayden McKay gives the ball, and they
Hayden
break the
McKay.
line. Logan gives to Hayden. Hayden gives to
Offload.
Seamus. Seamus gives to And a try for the Mount, scoring under the posts.
Big try and a beautiful play from the Mount.
We were just talking about getting here's
We'll try to get a little instant replay going for you guys.
so here we're gonna quickly walk you through what happened. Keep it on the kick.
Yeah, I got it on the key.
That's not it. We are having some technical difficulties on our end, but we're gonna cut from that.
Yeah, that was from earlier today.
But we have Bastion lining up for the kick. 22 meters out, straight on the post. It'll be easy kick for him. Stop the replay buffer. Start it. Bastion lining up for the kick. And it is good. That makes the score 17-10 to the Mount Boys. Emma, thank you for your comment on our wonderful instant replay. We're trying our best over here. I'd like to see you do better. Thank you. We really appreciate that. The kick from Belmont comes off the wrong side of the toe, but easy recovery for Hayden, who just takes it up, gets some extra yardage, and Mount looks to exit, gives it to Bastion, who nice spiral ball, hits ground. Belmont player has to chase, and Enrique D'Souza falling off the tackle. He's in there, and he's trying. And it looks to be a from the side, from the Mount, penalty to Belmont Abbey. Belmont kicks the ball to touch. They're going to look to set their offensive attack and see what they can do with ball in hand. But thinking here, they've had some few pretty plays, but have been really able to string together a long drive into the Mount territory, at least without a penalty from either side.
Yeah.
So let's see what continuity that we can get here, especially in this level of competition. If you can string together 6, 7, 8 phases, that any defense will crumble, any defense will get disorganized.
100%. Both teams are struggling to even get a good 3-4 phases.
Oh, hard hit from Hayden McKay. That's our Captain America there. Belmont cuts across the ruck, finds grass, and it will roll into touch. I don't believe that was a 50-22, so it will be a
It will be a Mount lineup.
lineup. Or
I think it will be. Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't beyond the 50. Around 10 meters from their own goal line, it appears. So the Mount will be looking to get around their 15-meter channel and find an exit to touch.
Finn, for the viewers at home, why would you want to exit in this position?
So one, you just want to get out of your zone. Don't have so much pressure on your back. And the reason we kick it to touch in this position is when you're inside your 22 and you find touch, they get a line out of the spot it goes out of touch. So if you cross the 22 and kick it out, then they have to go back and they get a line out where you kicked from. So you want to kick it to touch here. Basically just get pressure off your back and get a strategic line out.
Just like we showed there.
And a good kick from Bastion.
Damn it, we slowed him up.
Damn it. That'll be good.
So a 50-22 is a newer rule that's been introduced to rugby to kind of help open up the kicking game. Essentially what it is, if the kicker is behind the 50 and they kick the ball and it lands within the 22 and then goes into touch. It's the attacking team's lineout, so the kicking team. It's really been effective in test play, and the Mount steals the ball there. And Bastion looks to exit again, across the field, over Belmont Abbey's head, which gives him a high bounce, invites a little bit of pressure, but he's a slippery little guy. He loses the ball and is...
Will that be a knock on and calls him a Mount scrum? I hope.
Yes. So Mount scrum within the...
Looks right in between the 10 and the 22. About 30 meters away.
Good spot to be in, and it looks like the series...
Maybe another water break.
So another very quick thank you to all of our sponsors at Steamroller Rugby, Spikes Auto Care, Sheehy Automotive, Ascent Protein, and of course Elite Rugby Scholars. Thank them, and they help us allow to do what we do and continue to improve as a program to win more national championships and continue to be great. And it looks like the Mount is ready to resume play with a scrum at the point of the
Point of the
knock
Belmont
on.
knock on.
Now, if you guys in the audience have any more questions, feel free to send them in, and we'll answer them as quick as we can, as well as we can. And your viewership is greatly appreciated to help support our boys all across the world. Sir blowing up the scrum for some reason. Looked like she's talking to both sides. I can't decipher it all the way from over here, but it looks like she just didn't like the picture. Maybe struggle binding, or not a good position, but looks to be a decent scrum from both sides. They're getting low.
Powerful engage.
Belmont may be looking a little overextended there, but Mount gets the ball out, loops it to Logan, who's taken in by the defense, but James Fility there is there to protect the ball. You get out to the wing, and Kiai Horan is taken up, and a looks to be not releasing call, or she's saying leave it. Hunter Herzog taken into contact. Looks like a high shot, but he gets down, and he'll be okay. He's a tough kid. Shaken gets the ball out to Bastion. Bastion to Ray. Ray takes it up and gets swallowed up by the defense. Ooh, that looked like a shoulder charge up high. And the sir, no call there. Letting the boys play. It's been a tough physical game, and
There's a fight on the field.
Oh shit.
Come on, boys. Come on, you're better than that. You're better than that.
So a little scuffle there.
Looks like
Between the
one of the Mount
boys.
players got their jersey ripped off them.
So the sir will be sure to sort that out and maybe give a card if necessary, but so the sir is talking to the captains, telling them to get their teams under control, but doesn't look like any penalty, no cards. Shall resume play, most likely with the Mount scrum since we had possession when the scuffle broke out. So it'll be a Mount put in right around the 22-meter line and 15, keeping the Belmont Abbey team under pressure and keeping them on the back foot. Playing in their territory will give us a good point to attack from.
Good drive on the scrum.
We did not see what caused a little skirmish up in the booth, but I can assume it was a little extracurricular activities, maybe after the tackle and the ruck, or just a little bit of tomfoolery. It's my best guess. Whatever it was, it couldn't have been good because we saw a shirtless Hunter Herzog. And he's got the ball and he's running angry. He's not giving that ball. He wants to get in that try zone right there. Belmont Abbey talking to the sir. That's never going to get you anywhere. She sees the game how she sees it, and there's not going to be a way you're going to change her call. Finn O'Leary getting the ball on a little bit of broken play.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's Big Finn.
Big Finn.
We're looking to do some quick pick and go, some hammers. Oh no, it's out to the backs. Given to Logan, given to Hayden, who knocks it on. Sir hasn't called the play, now she does. It's a big missed opportunity. Sir's turned off time for what looks to be an injured Belmont Abbey player. Focus in on our boys and those little kids in red warming up. You look at them, they're so cute. It's a hot day out there, so the boys are getting water when they can, catching the breath when they need to. Just being smart athletes on and off the field. Kathleen Morris, just to show you real quick, we'll most likely have this going into our future matches in the fall, but this is what our roster pictures will look like. In the booth is number 1, Finn O'Leary, and number 3, Gavin Moore, while Raymond McGettigan's out there. We've been unfortunately sidelined due to injuries and illness, but this is what the roster will look like. We'll have that available to go through our future matches.
Yeah, and we will have that posted on our social media. Our Instagram is our best place to find that. So I suggest you guys give it a follow. It is called Mount Rugby. No spaces.
Thank you for your input, Mr. Catullo, but the age that we are in, I cannot assume anything, so I'll just keep on going with the status quo. And a big hit from Hayden McKay, stopping that 8-man pick in its tracks. And an exit from Belmont Abbey. Bastion gets under the kick, decides to take it up, passes it out to Kiai, passes it into Logan, who then attacks up the teeth of the defense, and the support is quickly there to secure that ball. Comes out to Enrique de Souza, who gets swallowed up by the defense, and a secure ball will let the Mount keep playing. Shamar passes out to Hunter Herzog. Back to Ricky. Gets taken down. And a messy ruck that is right there. And a penalty to the Mount. I think that is off their feet. Sir says we did not go through the mark.
Looking to play quick, but he wasn't quite on the mark, so they didn't allow it.
Or
We might see the Mount go for points here to make it a two-score lead.
That's what it looks like. We see Sean Alvarado, their beautiful manager right there. Where is he?
Those khakis are quite
Oh.
tight. He is.
Or, wait.
Come
It
on.
looks like they're going
Oh,
for
Sean is off the field.
line out.
Oh, we took. Looks like the
It'll
Mount
be,
wants another try on the board.
5-meter line out. Let's see what the boys can do here.
We will most likely see the Mount's maul here.
Which
We
we've
got,
had 2 opportunities to
Yeah.
score with their set piece, and so far none, which
we got held up on one opportunity in the try zone. So let's hope we can drive a little further into there and score it from the back. So Belmont is unable to hold the maul up.
Mount walking in. Middle lift of Shamar Lewis. He can't
Can't
Clearly
quite
field
get
it,
the
but
ball.
look to be a knock-on, firstly from Belmont Abbey. I don't think the Sir saw that, but Mount scoops the ball up around the 50. Kiai's trying to stay up, buy time for his support to get there. Logan Wild counterattacking down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. He gets around him. Miss, but Shamar Lewis picks the ball up, gets it to Shagan. Shagan down around the 5-meter line. The support's there and it's quick. I'm looking for the Mount to do some hammers here. Just get those
Mount-
extra
the Mount
5
also
hard
has
yards.
space on the right wing. We look to swing a lot.
Belmont saying that the ball is held up.
And then the Sir agrees. Ball is held up. It'll be a goal line drop. She said held up, right?
Yeah. Mount player taking a little bit of time to get up. We'll go to our Natty Champ screen so you can have a little bit of a time to get his legs back under him, get his breath, and be all good. What a player he's been during camp. He's a tough, hard-running Irishman.
Another true freshman on the field. We have a lot of new guys out there today with their first run in the Mount jerseys.
Belmont Abbey players calling for water. Sound like they're just a little gassed. Maybe they didn't carry all the boats and the logs. What do you think about that, Finn?
Yeah, maybe they didn't read David Goggins or watch some motivation. Who knows?
No, I don't think they're the toughest guy in every room, but think on that Mount side we've got some people who are more than willing to carry the boats, the logs, and like Seamus is always quick to say, bench more than Raymond squats.
Seamus Roydy recently benched 485 pounds.
Mm-hmm. And then squatted a nice semi-truck. He fully loaded was around, I think, 10,000 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really not even a struggle. It bounced off his shoulders when he got to the top, but Belmont looking to do the goal line drop here. Recovered by Hayden McKay, who attacks and swallowed up, but not before going down around the 22. Shamar Lewis taken into the defense. A hard carry there, but he gets down. Hunter gives the tip ball to Seamus McGrodery, the strongest man alive. Damon gets taken down, but there's a lot of yelling about the Rocks, but Mount's retaining possession, keeping it nice. Sir's talking to Belmont Abbey side. Won't be surprised if she blows this up soon, if the ball can't be produced. Damon is mean at the line and driven back. You don't see it that often. He's a real hard runner, real tough player. Cleveland takes it in off a 9 pick. Goes out to Hunter Herzog, who gives it to James Saluti.
Big hard runner, James.
Mount gives it to Raymond McGettigan, who's just taking these hard carries. Sooner or later, that Belmont Abbey defense is going to give. We see the opportunity on the edge. Kiai Horan stays up, gives it to Logan Wild. Logan Wild is darting for the try line, and he gets in and puts it down. That's a try.
It's a good try from Logan Wild. We will see should be a pretty easy kick for our Frenchman.
You know, I was close to it when he was taking a kick one day, and I heard a wee baguette. Antoine Dupont. Then I saw him slot a 80-meter kick, so whatever he's saying, it's got to be some gibberish or dark magic, but apparently it works. Must be a secret only for the French.
Oh, yeah.
But you see him getting his alignment, getting ready to put it up, in, and through the posts. Bashing puts the kick up, and it is good. That's another
that's good.
7 points
For
to
the
Mount St. Mary's.
That will make our score 24-10, Mount St. Mary's.
I think we're nearing the end of this test here. That last score may have just put it out of reach before any sort of comeback Belmont Abbey was planning, but if you're this Mount team, I think you want to see a 3-1 up on that scoreboard. You want another try.
Yeah, this could be one of our final plays. If not, it is. And I'm sure the Mount would love to put some more points on the board before the end of this one.
James McGrodery takes the ball in, or I think that was Hayden McKay. Bashan looks to exit here. Right-footed kicker on the right try line. It's a hard kick for him to make. But his
He
goes
finds
straight
touch
out
with
around the 40-meter line.
It was a very good kick for his positioning.
Looks that Raymond McGettigan has the ball, signifying a Mount line out. I couldn't see if a Belmont Abbey player touched the ball at all, but I believe that might have been what happened. So Mount lining up for the line out, getting set.
Belmont Abbey cheering for I'm not sure why.
Maybe just a little bit of miscommunication on the Mount side. He's getting a little chipper over there. I don't think you see the scoreboard in a while.
Yeah.
Finn Hughes goes up in the back. Beautiful ball, beautiful pass. Down to Xavier. Xavier makes a step, breaks through and goes down. that Hunter Herzog goes into a double shoulder tackle, gets down, but there's a lot of Belmont Abbey players on the ground there. We were able to get it out quick. Shamar Lewis gives the offload to Hayden. Hayden puts the boot to the ground, and it bounces off and he recovers his own kick. He's within the 22 now, and the Mount is attacking. They're trying to play on top. Damon James has the ball, goes into contact, and it looks to be an arm around his neck, but I don't think the sir saw that. James McGrodery gives it to Hayden. Hayden makes a step, gives it to Shamar. Shamar goes down, but the Mount is steaming right now. They're ready to attack. James Cerluti takes it into contact, gets some extra meters. The support is there. Looks like Belmont Abbey is definitely legally slowing the ball down a little bit. Bastion tries for a kick, but it is batted down. Logan's dancing around trying to buy some time for his team to get to him. But the serve blows it up.
Penalty to the Mount.
He calls a penalty.
going
Raymond
quick.
Dedigan goes quick.
Smart
He
play.
bullies over one, keeps the ball, and the support is there. We're calling for hammers. We want to get that hard yards and get that extra try in
And I
there.
know it's hard to see, but we're about 2 meters from the score.
The backs call it, and it's over their head. The Belmont Abbey player misses the kick, gathers the ball, gets taken down. Can't tell what's happening in the mess of everything, but it's been an electrifying minute and a half. Belmont Abbey's looping around. It's a 2-on-1 on the outside. Christopher Wild looking to make the tackle. And
It's
Belmont
kicked out.
Abbey shakes the kick to go out of bounds.
Should be
And
a
it's-
Mount lineup in the spot he kicked because he was past the 22.
Mr. Cutullo, yes, we will be streaming the second side match. We will be giving more in-depth and colorful commentary throughout that whole game to educate and hopefully entertain, because that's what the bottom line is. So, looks to be a Mount line out around the 50-meter line. It's a 5-man line out. They look to be going to the back to Finn Hughes. He's been wonderful all day.
Yeah.
Hayden McKay breaks through the line, but
Fine.
taken down shortly after. Looked for the offload, but there's no one there. Hunter Herzog driving forward. Gets taken down maybe 5 meters past the gain line, which is wonderful. That leg drive has been excellent from the Mount forwards today. Bastion sees something. He's attacking. Gets it out to Kiai on the wing. Kiai gets taken down, but gets a nice 10-meter gain on that. Xavier saw the opportunity, took a pick, didn't see anything. Looks to be a little extracurricular with Finn Hughes and one of the Belmont players, but nothing really came of it. Costly knock-on from Mount St. Mary's.
And yes, Emma, we can try to get a roster and let you know who's in the second game. We will keep you guys updated. I'm sure we can do that.
I believe your A-Bar boys will be starting.
German Josh will be out there, I hope.
Yeah. Dad Bar and Germ Bar.
Or Unk Bar, as some call him.
Unk Bar?
Some.
It fits. Some would say he's the Funkle. The Mount backline right now seems to be Christopher Cleveland at 9, Bastion Brunello at 10,
Our wings.
Jiggy Sparks at 12, Xavier Locke at 13,
Kiahi
Kiai Horn and Logan Wild.
Wild at 15.
Ball is forced out of bounds. Looks to be a Mount lineout. And for the forward pack, the front row is Damon James at 3, Raymond McGettigan at 2, and Seamus McGrodery at 1, with
Shane Folk at 4, Shamar Lewis at 5.
and the loose forwards are Hayden McKay,
It looks
Joe
like
Sherrick.
is that Dylan Staub who just went on at another loose forward.
Looks to be that the Italian man himself, Gianni Danzi, coming onto the field. He's a scrappy player. He's from New Jersey, but he claims himself a Philadelphian. But No, we'll not get into the semantics. Finn Hughes, another great line-out catch. Line-out's been clicking today. Dylan knocks the ball on. Oh, Unkbar is the godfather.
Godfather.
Oh.
Good to know.
News from the sideline is that we'd like to shout out our dev coach, Ford Rubel. He's been doing a great job coaching them up this season. They'll be having their first stop a little bit later, and can't wait to see what he can do. Sadly, from the sidelines, we'd love to have him playing, but coaching up these young guns and showing them the ropes and how everything's done. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you very much. So Belmont Abbey ball, they give the inside ball, which makes it easy for a poach, but the support is there. Giving it out to the 10, who's slippery, missed a tackle from Dylan. But Belmont Abbey retains ball, goes out to the wide side. It's a 3-on-3 here. Let's see if they can get anything going, but no. It's brought down before they can get a pass off. It's a little bit of fighting over the ball. It looks to be that Gianni Danzi gets it and it is gone out of bounds. And
That is our game.
It's been a scrappy one. It's been a hard one, but Mount comes out on top 24-10. Thank you, everyone, for being with us, and we will be back shortly for the second side. Hello, we are back with Mount Rugby versus Belmont Abbey. We got the second side game coming up here. Looking to kick off relatively soon, probably within the next 30 seconds here. Sir just needs to sort some things out, make sure the captains are ready, and we can get underway for another 80 minutes of fun. We got a
We got a roster for our second side game. Our front row, we got Sam Morris at the 1, Josh Abar at the 2, Peyton at 3, and then our locks, we have Chris Shepard and Connor Catullo. At the flanks, we have Brady and Dylan. At 8, we have Shamar Mullock. We have Billy McManus at 9, with Chris Wild at 10, Gianni and Jaden on the wings, Stiludi and Gavin Murray at centers, and Jimmy Sullivan at 15.
Looks like we are ready, and the ball is away, and we will start the game here. Kick fielded by Belmont Abbey. Looking to counterattack, but nothing much there. Belmont Abbey will play out of their own end. Swallowed up by Big Peyton Kiefer. Now we've got a lot of freshmen playing today, a lot of new guys getting their first real hit up against a different team. So we'll see how this goes and see what they have to offer to this Mount Rugby program. Sir blowing up the rug, calling a penalty on Mount, maybe not rolling away there. But Belmont Abbey is going to be looking to exit here and get a fresh line out to set their attacking platform from. It's a good kick, but it looks like it's staying in bounds. Jimmy Sullivan looks to maybe have knocked it on, trying to gather the ball there. Got it. And we will have a Belmont Abbey scrum at the Mount 40-meter line. Belmont Abbey scrum here. And they put the ball in, and it looks to be a clean 8-man pick out to the 9. 9 making some steps, gets swallowed up by the defense. Belmont Abbey paying it to the short side, cutting inside, getting swallowed up by the defense. That's not where you want to be. The inside ball is easy to poach. Check the chat real quick. Will do.
I don't think so.
Sort of blowing the ball up. Don't quite know what he saw, but he's calling the scrum to Belmont Abbey. Say we want the roster. Say we want the roster.
Wait, what did you say?
I believe. Say we will list the roster off. She can send it in.
Well played, bro.
Looks to be Belmont Abbey's put in here. Sir gives a cadence, and it's a good put in. Looks to be a stalemate of a scrum. Sir blows it up.
I'll just say yes for the roster. I'll see you able to put it in the chat.
Yep.
So,
What's up, Lee?
Oh, yeah.
did you guys door? This one? Yeah, second room to the right.
No problem.
Another Belmont Abbey scrum here. Sir gives the cadence, and the ball is in. Looks to be a little bit of a stalemate of a push. Belmont Abbey picking up some steam. They go to the short side, give it to the 10, give it to the 12. It's a hard running 12. He won't go down, but taken down by the defense. And it looks to be a Mount poach. Mount plays out of their own end around the 50, looking to get into Belmont Abbey's territory and make something happen. Christopher Wild gets the pass, he kicks it, and finds touch. That went straight out, so it should be back to the spot of the kick.
I think the ref messed up the law.
Mm-hmm.
The line out should be at the spot of the kick, but the ref did not see, so.
But no one is above the law, even the sir, so we gotta call him out when it happens. He doesn't know the kicking rules that well, I guess. Overtime there. Belmont Abbey's throw goes to the back, but it's swallowed up by Sam Morris, who gives it to Josh Abar. Abar moving through. I think that's given to Brady McHugh, who keeps running down and down and down and down. Ends up finding the ground, but goes out to Shamar Moloch, who loses the ball. Belmont Abbey covers and starts to move through the field. Belmont setting up their offense. Trying to move out, but Sir has an advantage out. So let's see what Belmont Abbey will do with it. Nothing. Sir blows it up, gives a penalty. Belmont Abbey will most likely look to exit here. Belmont Abbey gets a decent kick there, taking it out to about the 50-meter line, where it will be their line out. Belmont looks to have a 6-man line out there. We'll see if they like the ball like they did in the first match, but it's a dirty ball and recovered by the Mount. Goes out to the 10, who swings it out to the 12. James Saluti, who's cutting up the sideline, gives it to Gavin Murray, but he knocks it on. Gavin's taking the ground, but the Surge got it, and it will be a scrum to Belmont. Gavin Murray, freshman this year, has done a good job during camp. He's been a tough player, learning the systems, improving the skills, and just sharpening the iron whenever he can. We're excited to see what he can do through his 4 years here. Oh, and a knock-on from the Belmont Abbey.
Recover.
Oh, and Jimmy Sullivan breaks through the
Fast
line,
Jimmy Sullivan.
cuts through. He's a quick one, that one. Gets taken down. It's given to Shamar Moloch, who throws someone off him. He goes down. Given to Christopher Wild, who gives it out to James Saluti, who puts a kick through, but it gets covered at the line. Belmont Abbey has the ball. They're charging through him. Defense is unorganized right now. We'll see if they can do anything with it, but the ball is in that ruck too long. They do, Jimmy recovers the ball. Christopher Wild gets the kick off within the 22, so that'll be a Belmont Abbey scrum right around the 40 to 50 meter line.
Was it carried into a 22 or was it fielded in 22?
Looks like fielding in the 22, but
Let's see the CPR questions.
so if we have anyone that's joining us now and didn't make it to the first game, we're taking any questions in the chat. Feel free to throw them in. Any questions or comments, if you'd like us to see it, we're checking that, and we can let you know how camp was, let you know insights to the game. While Jimmy Sullivan takes it up the sideline, gets taken down.
And if Linda is still there, if you put the roster in the chat, we will happily read it off for you.
It looks like Christopher Shepard taking it in off the pot off 10. Christopher Wild puts a chip kick over and starts chasing it. But Belmont Abbey's able to recover, and the serve blows up a
Penalty
high tackle
advantage,
penalty.
or penalty advantage for the Mount.
See when.
With Chris Wild's foot, I can see a kick for points here.
I think he's hungry for that try. I think he puts it in the big boys' hands and let them rumble.
Yep, I think he's going for touch. Really smart.
Christopher Wild finds touch around the what seems to be the 22-meter line. It'll be a Mount line out, attacking in. Looks to be a 5-man line out. Giving up to Connor Catullo, who fields it, but it's called not straight by the sir. Brady starting.
Brady is at 6.
Okay.
I believe 6.
Kind of mad they didn't put him at hooker.
Check.
So 10 minutes into the game, we are scoreless and getting this restart going with a Belmont Abbey scrum. A good Mount scrum, good defense, pushing them back a little bit, but not enough to take that ball away. The 10's under pressure getting the kickoff, close down his angle, but he's able to find touch around the 50-meter line. That'll make it a Mount line out around the 50-ish. It's a Mount line out here, which is recovered by Billy McManus, going out to Christopher Wild, then scooped up by James Saluti, who fends off 2 defenders but gets brought down. Christopher Wild directing the troops, telling them what he wants. He's calling for forward pods, trying to consolidate that Belmont Abbey defense, and he sees the opportunity out wide to the left. That ball can come out quick. They got it. Gavin Murray takes it into
Big
contact.
hit. Good contact from Gavin.
Christopher Wild gets it, gives it to the winger, and then
And it's intercepted with Belmont up.
but the serve calls back to
penalty
penalty.
again.
Serve plays long advantages today. We'll see if Mount can take advantage of that with the foot and maybe make some broken play opportunities. Serve's called time off. I'm calling the captain over. Let's see what he's got to say about this.
I believe it is a uniform timeout. Take that padded shirt off.
Alright, Serve's turn time back on. Christopher Wild kicks it, and it is found touch right at the 22-meter line.
Yeah.
It'll be big boy Joshua Abar throwing the ball in. You know, he's a dad. And not just in the figurative sense. Joshua Abar has a child, and she is cute as can be. Belmont Abbey guesses up front, and they guess wrong, but it's called a not straight by the sir. Looks at Belmont Abbey is electing to take the scrum instead of the line out, and we will have a Belmont Abbey scrum here.
Yeah, between this game to the last, Belmont Abbey's a big fan of the scrum. They seem to take it every opportunity.
Sir gives the cadence, and the ball is in. Looks to be a relatively stable scrum. Billy McMahon is putting some pressure on the 9, who puts the 10 under pressure, but he's cutting up the short sideline, gives it inside, and that runner is swallowed up. Mount is scrambling to set their defense. Not really. Kind of just taking their measly old time, but looks to be a little messy in the ruck. And Belmont Abbey will probably look to exit here. Or just pick and go.
And there's the exit.
Billy McManus knocks it on. Can't field the kick, and it will be another Belmont Abbey scrum.
Yes.
Nine puts the ball in, and Belmont Abbey has a clean scrum here. 8-man picks, look to dish it off to the 9, but there's no room there, so he decided to eat it. Belmont Abbey 10 has the ball, made a step. Sir blows it up to a offsides on Mount St. Mary's.
Sir is loving the advantages.
I'm getting quite involved with the whistle. I think he's knocking the rust off of it. It's been a long off season.
Here you saying this, we need it. That hot spot will drain you. That'll be line out to Belmont Abbey.
Just inside of the 50 there. They're in the go zone of Mount, so we'll see what they can do to attack the try line. Let's see if they can get in and maybe make something happen. But this Mount defense is a bunch of hard-working, good tackling boys that won't let that go without a fight.
And they like
Belmont misses the throw, and Sir calls another not straight. At least he's going both ways with it.
And what?
Not straight.
Oh.
Looks that
Be a Mount line out.
Mount line out. They're not electing to take the scrum.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to me.
Mm-hmm. They must not be feeling good about the scrum,
I
or
think the Sir called line out. That's why I got confused. I don't know what he
Shamar's running hard. Gets swallowed up by the defense, but the support is there. They retain ball, and Christopher Wild's going to look to exit and gives a good boot. And it is caught inbounds, but the chase is there.
Tackle.
Belmont Abbey's under pressure there. Offense is retreating, can't get back on sides.
We have one of the Mount players is struggling on the field.
Mount is short-staffed on the far side of the field, but Belmont Abbey likes to go to the short side. Mount defense holding strong, not letting anything through. Counter rucks are going hard. The latch and drive from Belmont Abbey is just terrific.
Belmont Abbey taking their time.
Belmont Abbey exiting from a weird position, puts up a contestable ball, but it is offsides on a high tackle.
And there's a
Penalty to Belmont Abbey.
It's an interesting call.
It's a
I would have figured that kick would have been using
Yeah.
using their advantage, but
Well,
Sir likes his advantages.
Mm-hmm. He's staying involved in the game. And we are just approaching the 20-minute mark here, about halfway through this first half with a scoreless game. You're going to see a decent bit from the new boys, the players, and the vets that are trying to make them a name for themselves and get onto that top side. Sir has called time for some reason. Line out to Belmont Abbey,
Good line
and
out.
they like to maul off of this. Let's see if they can get anything going. Doesn't seem that they have any momentum. The maul's going backwards, and the 9 pulls it. The 9 elects to give it a chip kick, and Jimmy Sullivan's chasing it down. He gets it around the 5-meter line and knocks it on, trying to gather it.
So now it'll be a Belmont Abbey scrum within the 5 meters.
Sir blowing out because he didn't like what he saw there.
And it's an 8-man pick, dished off to the 9.
Dishes off to the inside,
And it is
but lost
kicked.
out the back of the try zone.
Was it go straight out the back or out the side? Do we know?
Looked to be out the back. Sir's called water break time, so we will.
Was that a water break or a halftime?
I believe that's a water break. So we would like to thank our sponsors for allowing us to do what we do. Steamroller Rugby, Elite Rugby Scholars, Ascent, Sheehy, and Spike's Auto Care. We thank them very much for everything they do, and thank you for supporting us. So halfway through the first half, we have a 0-0 score, and we are waiting for this water break to end so we can get back to the action. In the meantime, we'll be back in just a second. We are here with our very own Finn Hughes, all the way from England. Well, doesn't have a British accent because he's all the way from Colorado. He's got an interesting bringing up, but just played 80 minutes in this most recent game that we played. Finn, how do you think we did today?
It's good. There's things we can work on. There were, so our coach shows flashes of brilliance. So it was nice to see that we, all the stuff in practice coming together. But just got to shore up on the, what's the word? On the, no, I'm good. Just shore up on the finer details, make sure we're staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got to go cheer on our twos.
What do you think the twos can do to build on what we accomplished in the first game, but try to take some of your spots and get up to that first side?
Just keep playing hard. I mean, they're doing a great job right now. It's a physical game. There's going to be injuries. They're going to need to come up, and this is kind of the first spot they get to raise their hand and say that they want to come in. So it's good to see them playing well. A lot of these guys also play on the A side too. So
there's one player you're really looking out for. Really want to see what he can do on the field. Who is that?
They're Jiggy Sparks, number 12, also known as James Stoludi.
I heard he started going by Spud now.
Some may call him. Some may call him. But it's a good game in the first game. Just coming out here. It's to go run the game. Should be fun. This is pretty good picture quality from back here. I don't think you guys already get much.
We're professionals.
I thought I was going to see on that wooden little shack over there.
No.
That would be funny.
There's no way that little wooden shack could hold up all.
Oh, that's also true. I think that's what it's there for, though.
Definitely.
Billy gets the ball, gets it to Jiggy Sparks, who
That's a
puts a man on
That's
the
a
ground.
hit.
And he takes off. Look at that speed go. Once he was slower than a prop, but now he's lightning quick. Some call him the Flash. Billy McMahon is taking his time getting the ball out, giving it to Chris Wild, who then exits, puts it over the 15's head, and there's a
great
chase
bounce.
onto it. The 15 has time, and he gets that out into touch. And that will be a mile line out around the 50. That was a great passage of play, good crash ball from Jiggy Sparks, going from a mount scrum at the 5 all the way to a mount line out at the 50. It's a perfect way to take pressure off of us. So we have a question from the chat from Emma, and it is, how's the upcoming season looking with the new teams on the schedule and the new players on the team?
A lot more travel. We brought in some new, a couple good freshmen, and we're looking to see what they can accomplish. Again, this is our first hit up, so it was nice to see, especially when we were moving it wide, what we could do. And I mean, obviously, there's going to be the mistakes. It is hot. The ball was slippery out there, but if we can shore up on those things, that's going to mean good things for the season. We're looking a lot better than we were last year. We're coming off a big momentum swing from the end of spring. So if we can carry that through like we just did today, and every win is a win. There's stuff we can build on, but that's what's going to keep us pushing through.
Mm-hmm. And what was that big momentum swing you were talking about in the spring?
Winning CRCs, the national championship for sevens, that was definitely up there. But
Wait, you mean the national championship?
The national championship.
And how much practice time did we have on sevens before
someone's
that?
not very happy. About 2 weeks, I'd say.
About 2 weeks?
At a kind estimate. That interceded with prepping for a Navy game.
Mm-hmm.
And we came together a lot. We had a lot of problems with our team, or not with our team in the fall, with our structure and just how we played. Just we weren't consistent. We had issues, and we seemed to have worked a lot of them through last spring. And first hit up, you see some of them, but we're in a much better spot than we were this time last year. Mm-hmm. And it's really good to see, especially with the caliber of teams we're playing.
Yeah. What aspect of the game are you most looking forward to in this season?
I'm excited to see where we can go. I think we're in a lot better. I'd say that every game is as important as the last, but I think getting a shot at life is going to be fun. Obviously, like one of the premier teams in the nation, we got to go down to Georgia. We got to take our shot at them. So, looking forward to that game. That'll also be at the end of the season. So, all well and good. That'll send us through the playoffs.
Well, thank you for your insight here. We really appreciate it. I fucked up the time. Forgot to start it again. Oops. Sorry for the time delay. That's my bad. But we have a injured Belmont player on the field. So we'll cut away, let him get his legs back under him, and Hopefully a quick recovery to him. I know we got some big boys out there and they like to hit, so he'll get up right. And he's walking off. He's fine. So, oh shit.
I don't know.
In case you missed it.
And we are
Just had
back with a Belmont Abbey line out around the 40-meter line. We'll see what Belmont Abbey can do. They can put something together and maybe make a line break. Maybe make this just a little bit more interesting because the way I see it right now, Mount is in the driver's seat, but they just can't convert. Do you have a...
I
you
think
have any
Sam
more?
Morris crash ball. Oh, they had one before that. Oh, looks like a fumbled line out from Belmont Abbey there, knocked on, recovered by Mount, but they're not playing the advantage. Scrum
Because...
down Mount at the 15.
So, do we have any questions in the chat for our national champion, Finn Hughes, who's in the booth with us and likely stay for a while?
What is it?
Still the sugar.
Only the finest.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice camera setup.
So we have a
It's tough.
Mount Scrum here just behind the Belmont Abbey tent. Be lovely if they just moved that for us.
And the ball's in. Ball goes out to James Saluti on another crash.
Oh, and he makes a good step, runs back into the pack, but he is still
Just made some good
rumbling.
yards there. Good movement at the first scrum. We got a pod there. Chris Wild directing the backs. Good flow around. Looking to keep
Jeremiah Abar
quick
taking the
ball
ball
there.
in.
Again. Good hit by Belmont Abbey.
Looks like Josh Abar taking the ball in.
Sport, they're looking around the 5th, 6th phase now. Good work on
Shamar
the ball.
taking the ball in, knocking on the try line. Let's see what the backs can do here. James Saluti passes the ball into touch, and it will be a Belmont Abbey lineout.
It was two of the wing, and the wing got tackled in that session. Joe, get in here.
Joe, would you like to join us?
We're joined by another player from the first game, Joe Sherrick. Selected to take the AC instead.
Not a bad call, but not the one that I would have wanted him to go with.
Joey, where'd you get the Red Bulls? Where'd you get the Red Bull? How much are they? Inside what?
Wait, where is it?
In there.
Red Bull's $4.
Fit. Give me one.
Can you go? I don't have a shirt. I don't want to go. All right, can you grab me one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys all want Red Bull?
Yes, please. Commentating's real hard. Some would even say harder than playing the sport we love.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I just
You
played,
wouldn't?
and I wouldn't. So take my word for it.
I don't know. Finn doesn't know what he's talking about. Ford Rule is national champion Finn Hughes single.
Tell Ford I'll contact him privately.
Ford, check your DMs. He'll be in there. So,
It's looking like they're setting up a scrum on the Belmont Abbey 5 off to the left side of the field.
looks to be a Belmont Abbey scrum. They're likely to exit here because we got Jimmy Sullivan out back deep. He's an explosive player.
Just come back off injury. Tore his ACL last year. Didn't get a chance to see him, and he's coming out and he's making a big impact back there.
He's been lighting it up.
Couple good runs so far. Looks like it's played that. At
Gets
10
a
is
pass.
under pressure.
And
Good
it's
block
blocked.
by Gianni Danzi. Directly into touch. That'll be a Belmont Abbey on the 5. It's a lot of pressure that they don't want. Well chased down. Phenomenal pressure. Is that good?
That's Gianni
Correction,
Danzi.
I think that may have been Jeremiah Abar.
Well, both curly-haired,
Yeah,
and
black
they're both
curly hair,
scrappy.
short.
So it's the type of players we like to have. Those scrappy players that aren't afraid of anything. But also the hardworking, gritty, intelligent. Yeah.
You got these. That's a steal. $1 Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make money on that?
Can we get sponsored by Red Bull?
Jackson Hole.
Speaking of sponsors, I'd like to thank Elite Rugby Scholars, Steamroller Rugby, Spikes Auto Care, Sheehy Automotive, and Ascent Protein Powder. They've been supporting us all through our journeys, and we continue to rely on their support in the future.
These are the last 3 in that fridge, too.
Oh, dumb.
It's fine.
Looks like there's going to be a line out to what appears to be, I think, Belmont Abbey.
That is a mount lineup.
Oh. I guess I'm just blind and can't see.
There's a Belmont Abbey exit off the back of their lineout, caused by that block kick. Oh, good fake there. Unlucky. It was an overthrow. Taken by
Shamar missed the
Belmont Abbey.
tackle. Belmont Abbey spreading it wide to the right side of the field. Skipping a pass, making a man miss, cutting back inside, back into the teeth of the defense.
Stopped just around the 50-meter line. Phenomenal hit there from Dylan Staub, Peyton Kiefer, I believe. He's all over the park today.
Belmont might be looking to push it to the wide side of the field. They got numbers
looking
on that side. It'd be smart to do it, but it looks like they are just fighting in the ruck. Jeremiah and Joshua Abar specialty right there.
Hayden jumps on the ball. Good recovery.
It's now a
That's a
mount
nice
ball
ruck.
with advantage. The serve blows it up and looks to be
Run them
a
out.
scrum.
In the middle of the field.
What is this place?
It's the Charlottesville Rugby Club. Thank you to our hosts of, I believe, the Charlottesville Rugby Club, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty nice setup here.
Beautiful trees in the background.
The beautiful river.
I've heard tell of a stream down the way. I haven't investigated myself as of yet.
Makes me almost think of the song Kate McCann by Colton Wall.
My friend Gavin here loves to sing. Would you like to give us a...
Absolutely
taste of the song?
not. Absolutely not. That is saved only on weekends and karaoke bars.
And a good 8-man pick there, stopped by the flanker of Belmont Abbey.
It's a good heads-up play by Belmont Abbey, but it's a knock-on by Josh Abar.
Not looking to play a little too quick there before the pod was set up. And it is a hot one out here today, folks.
Yeah, we're seeing some
About 93 degrees.
tired boys in the pack already.
It is making those games feel longer.
You got about 45% humidity, making the feel like temperature probably close to 100 degrees on the pitch, which is absolutely brutal. I am quite thankful that I did not have to play out there
The
today.
shade under a fan. It's got a nice up here. Cold drink.
Yeah. You got to treat the commentators right.
Yeah, when you're catching a sweat under a fan, it's pretty sad.
I'm sweating bullets. But we have a Belmont Abbey put in after the Mount knock on. Belmont Abbey looks to be flooding the wide side of the field, but Mount has seen it. They get around the corner. Christopher
Makes
Wild
one
makes
miss,
a
makes two
tackle.
miss. He's taken from behind by Dylan Staub there, and Peyton Kiefer in with that poach.
Oh,
He's done well to slow the ball down. He's muddied it up enough for the Mount to get their hands back on that ball. Billy McManus
Yes, has the
recovers.
ball.
Out to Shamar, Molak. Good drawn pass to James, or Abar.
Josh,
Taking it in. Jimmy Sullivan over to Ruck. And he looks to have secured that ball. Billy McManus waiting to play it out.
Christopher Wild calls for it, gets it out to the forward pod. Dylan Staub, not a lot of room to breathe there, but he finds the back shoulder and gets on the front foot. Billy McManus looking to play the ball quick, gets it out to Christopher Wild and puts a
Good
chip kick
the
over.
top. And there's
Get it.
Chase. He's made a miss. And that's an offside if the ref has seen it.
And he does not.
He's a knock on.
Just sees it knock on. That's a weird rule. I don't even know what we'll call it. Well, actually,
It's not a weird rule. It's
not
a
weird
law.
rule. That's a law.
Yeah.
A
And
mistake.
no, people should know the laws if they're going to ref the games.
Something like that.
But what do I know? I'm just in the booth. I'm not playing. I'm not reffing. So it's up for me to just talk and not give my opinions, right?
Something like that.
That's what I do best.
We have a
Oh my
question in
God.
the chat. Is national champion Finn Hughes
Oh,
single?
we answered that. We answered
Oh, was I getting Red Bulls when you answered that?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to contact Ford Rubel privately.
Oh. We answered the other ones.
Is Michael Murphy on the field? And then something I cannot say on stream. Michael Murphy currently is not on the field. However, he is rostered for this match, and hopefully will be coming on soon.
We'll see that hopefully.
First hit up for a lot of the guys. First hit up for all of us this season, and our blue side is handling it perfectly, playing well.
Damon,
Damon!
D.
Damon!
come here.
I'm getting something from my parents. I'll come back now.
All right. I think in a little bit we might be offered to a treat and get a national champion, Damon James, in the booth. What a treat that would
Who
be.
actually played in the game. Brilliant pass there by Jimmy Sullivan.
Damon James. We could be seeing him a lot recently.
Looked to be a
Maybe
little low.
120-minute weekends coming up for Damon.
He's really a workhorse, and he doesn't complain about it at all.
No, he loves it. He loves the extra reps, suiting up for the twos.
80 minutes in the ones, 80 minutes in the twos.
Always has a smile on his face.
And you know what? If he's lucky, he might be able to get played in some dev games as well. Which,
Depth side winger, one of the greatest I've ever seen.
you've been a dev side winger, haven't you?
For 5 minutes.
Yeah, it counts. Finn Hughes, lock, 8-man,
Winger?
winger,
High school fly.
and high school all-star, correct?
High school all-state player my freshman year.
Oh,
and
freshman year.
sophomore year. I was in the JV too.
Oh, is that a little correction on that camp?
Sorry about that. We'll bring you over. There was a mount infringement at the Ruck. Belmont Abbey penalty there. They looked to kick for touch.
Seems that Finn Hughes might be great on the field, but maybe not so great with the camera. Yeah.
Sorry. I just spent 80 minutes doing something down there instead of sitting up here and doing nothing.
I'm
I
talking.
love my fellow commentators, however. Let it be known. And once again, we have a line out right behind the Belmont Abbey tent. We'll keep you apprised of the happenings. Beautiful throw from the Belmont Abbey coach to the hooker on the field. Well done there.
Are there differences between U.S. and UK rugby?
Um,
laws.
not with the laws as much. The English Rugby Union, or the RFU, I believe implemented a waist-high tackle law last year at the grassroots level, I think.
Or it's just the Americans couldn't figure out how to do it without using the word nipple.
Oh, okay. And the Americans have not as of yet. So I think that's the only difference I know of. I'd say everything else is pretty standardized across because they all play at the international level against each other. And that waist-high tackle rule does not apply to international rugby.
Probably coming. We just gotta figure out the numbers.
The way to actually teach it.
And
It is a
Belmont
free
Abbey
kick.
penalty.
Looked to be
Given.
a
Quick
boring.
take. It was a scrum infraction. Shamar and
And he looks to be close to end Dutch, and the flag goes up, and he is taken out of bounds. It'll be a Mount line out right there.
And they seem to have been back 10. The ref's not calling an offside. And we were back for yet another line out behind that Belmont Abbey tent. So amazingly placed.
As the first half starts to come to a close here soon, we are still sitting at 0-0. Both teams getting opportunities to convert and maybe put some points on the board, but just coming up short, not being able to string along that extra pass or that one cut. So looks to be a Belmont Abbey lineup, but it's knocked out of the air by Christopher Shepard.
They still retain possession. They look to move it wide. Flat ball, double skip there. The wing comes back inside.
It gets crushed
Good
for
take
it.
there by Wild and James. Is that James?
Christopher Wilde getting back in the backfield, hoping to see that chip kick so he can put one back over their heads.
Sitting down.
That kid's got a golden boot.
Billy McManus directing traffic from the nines. Belmont attempts to play it wide, makes a couple passes. Mount pushing back about 5-10 yards.
Belmont losing the ball, but regaining
Beautiful
it
tackle
off the
by
ground.
Gianni Danze.
You know, some people
That
have said
was-
that he sweats olive oil.
Is that? No, it wasn't. It was Jeremiah. Another quick tap taken there. Good pass from the 11. He elects to throw the dummy, however, and cuts back inside and is taken down around the 10 by Dylan Staub.
Sir is directing traffic, making sure that the defense is staying onside.
It's a good tackle there. Double by Sam and Payton.
The two young props in our freshman class.
There's Sam, Big Texas, and Payton, formerly from Dubai, most recently from Pennsylvania.
I believe so, yes.
Whoever just said, let the boys play, sir, just know that your feelings are well reciprocated here in the booth, that we like sirs who stay out of the game and only step in when you absolutely need to. But Mount is looking to exit here off the boot of Chris Wilde. He gets the ball, he puts it away, avoiding the pressure from the defense.
I believe we are past
Gets a
our
good
22,
exit.
so that should be
And that is halftime.
so.
Thank you for joining us in the first half of this game, and we will see you in the second half. Mr. Catullo, we're working on the camera work. Our buddy Finn Hughes is not up to the task.
I'm new.